Dave, we are talking week 15, episode 13 of the board meeting presented by Team Hammercock is what we're talking about. I'm Zach Ballinger.
And I'm David Allen.
Dave, hello. Good afternoon. Are you ready for everything?
I'm ready to rock.
You know what's really fun? Going 4-1.
Going 4-1 was really fun. A 4-1 week that was well deserved. I hate to admit it, but it was.
I agree, man. The only thing that we got a little lucky on was Cleveland dodging. Why are you so vibrating? What is happening?
Okay, we're good.
Weird. Only thing we got a little lucky on was Cleveland dodging a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. A meaningless 2-point conversion.
I still need to know why they did that.
Man, the only thing I can think about, so you know how everybody, the analytics right now are saying if you're down 14, you score a touchdown, and you're down 14, you score a touchdown, you should go for 2. So then you cut it to either 6 or you lose and you cut it to 8. And so that way you know what you have to do. And if you make the 2-point conversion and you're down 6 and you score a touchdown, you win the game. Basically exactly what Tennessee did last week. They're saying that you're going to start seeing that with 10-point games that score touchdowns, and they want to cut it to 2 because, again, a field goal wins the game versus kicking the extra point. Then a field goal just sends you to overtime where you may never touch the ball again because you lose the coin flip. I don't think it's as cut and dry as the 14 going for 2 on 14, but either way, man, we can talk about this shit forever. But either way, I'm very happy that they went for 2. That's the only way we could have won. And damn it, we did.
Yeah, but also, like, they did have the game won.
Yes.
It shouldn't have been that close in the first place.
100%. That was the right. So we were on the right side.
But we did get lucky that for some reason they went for 2 on a 10-point game.
Right. No, that's a really good point. They were up double digits the entire game. So that's true. But yeah, man, 4-1. You know what else is fun is when you look at our overall record of 40, 28, and 2. It just, whenever there's that separation from the 2 to the 4, it just looks so much cooler.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know what it is. We'll post it on the screen. It looks fucking awesome. And man, we're at right time. We're in the right time. We moved up to 578th place. We are creeping up on top 90%, the 90th percentile.
We are 578
right there,
out of 5,400.
I think something like that. We're like, I think 11-12%, top 11-12% right now.
10.5.
So, anyways, man, we're hot. We're looking good. We're seeing the board well. Interesting week. So this, not to recap last week, it's like interesting week. We've got Saturday NFL games. So we've got 3 games on. So we got a game on Thursday, obviously going on right now, where the Raiders are beating that ass. But then we got 3 Saturday games. And what's interesting is we have to have those games in a little bit earlier than we would if we were just picking our normal Sunday games. So with that in mind, you can't pick them. You can't pick one Saturday game and then come back later and pick 4 Sunday games. We got to pick them all at the same time. So something to think about, because I know I've got 2 Saturday games circled. Yeah. One of them I like. One of them I don't necessarily. I mean, it's okay with. But you just want to get right into it.
Let's get right into it. Sorry,
no, you're good.
I'm now ready to rock.
Minnesota.
Right, I hear you. Keep going. Sorry, this is a complete disaster.
What are you doing?
So Minnesota. They're playing the Chicago Bears?
They are not. They are playing the Cincinnati Bengals of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Cincinnati is a 3-point home favorite. I like Cincinnati.
You do. You trust in that
Browning.
guy after 2 games?
I think he's pretty good. I liked him. I liked him a little, I liked him last week. Uh, I think he's pretty damn good, you know? But to me, this is also just as much a play against Minnesota in their offense. I mean,
Agreed.
they gave up 3 points last week and lost. No, they scored 3 points last week and won by 3
Yeah.
because they beat Vegas 3 to nothing.
Who's currently dropping 49 on the Chargers.
So I think their defense is pretty good. I think their offense is not very good at all. I mean, they ended up benching Dobbs. I don't know if you saw, but Dobbs is now, not only did they move him to second string, he's now third string emergency quarterback.
Yeah, he's tough.
So there's something going on there. Justin Jefferson he came back for like a couple of plays last week and then he got hurt. He is going to play next week. He's going to play on
Yeah,
Saturday.
you have Madison is out for the Vikings for
Right.
I
Their
don't know if
offense
that
their
moves it a
offense
whole
is just
lot, but
struggling. Yeah. So it's this is not. I will say this. This isn't my favorite of the 2 Saturday games that I like.
really.
But I do like, again, you've got that dome team going on the road into I haven't seen what the weather is. I don't even know if it necessarily
And
matters.
the Bengals are now back in playoff contention.
Yeah, they need some help. They're not going to win their division because I think they're already 4 games back in their division, but
No, but they're in
they
it.
have a chance at the wild card. They definitely have a chance at the wild card, and so does
Yeah.
Minnesota. Minnesota has a chance, right? These are 2. I think you're going to get both really good efforts here. But again, short week. Minnesota on a short week. Both teams on a short week, but I don't know. Anyways, I like Cincinnati. I don't know what you think.
What's our line on this game?
3, which again we were kind of talking last week. Pushes don't help us, so maybe we keep that in mind. I'm gonna put it on the side.
Let's put it on the side.
Next game, Pittsburgh at Indy. Pittsburgh +1. I have absolutely no idea about this game.
Yeah, I would couldn't agree more.
Perfect.
I think MVP Mitch Trubisky
Oh,
stinks. You
yeah.
can that's a Michael Lombardi quote.
MVP Mitch.
Yeah.
I like
Remember uh it was sometime like one or two his like second or third year with the Bears, he was like top 5 in preseason MVP odds. And Lombardi was just like ripping on it. And he goes, and for the rest of his entire career, Lombardi has called him MVP Mitch.
Well, MVP
Pretty good bit.
Mitch. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good bet. I would love to fade him. I just don't know anything about these 2 teams. I don't have any
Yeah, so
good
let's go to
feeling
the
on 'em.
next one.
Next one I like. Next one is the Denver Broncos +4.5 at the Detroit Lions.
I'm very intrigued to know who you like here.
I like the Denver Broncos +4.5 for a couple of
Tell me
reasons.
why.
Let me tell you, Dave, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you why. Something's up with Detroit's offense. They have not looked good now for 3 weeks in a row. Haven't really even been competitive. I guess they beat New Orleans, but they jumped out to a 21-0 lead, but then they had to hold on for dear life. They lost last week. They've given up something like 30 points in 3 of the 4 games or something. So their offense is a little wonky. Their defense is
Defense
not good at all.
not nearly
Um,
as good as everyone thought it was.
no, it's fallen apart big time. I think that Denver has a chance to make the playoffs. You know,
Better
they
coached,
better.
probably.
I was just about to hit on that. I think
Okay.
they are big time better coached right now. I think Sean Payton is starting to he knows what he's got. That dude has turned. You remember how bad Russell Wilson was last week or last year? I mean, everybody thought
Horrible.
he was done, and he was very serviceable, But I think what's interesting and what people, I don't think are thinking about necessarily is, Dan Campbell was on the staff of Sean Payton in New Orleans. So
Was he really?
Yep. And so Sean Payton knows Dan Campbell. And at the same time, Dan Campbell knows Sean Payton. But if I think Sean Payton has the ability to scheme an offensive win for Denver. I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. It could be a shootout. And that's why I think getting 4.5 points here, that's pretty solid. I don't see this as a 7 point game.
No.
I don't know if necessarily, Denver's going to win the game, but 4.5 is a bunch of points. I was surprised by this line. I thought this line was going to be maybe 3 at best. And you know what, Dave? I haven't looked what the current lines are, but they probably haven't moved that
Um,
much since it's Thursday and these just came out a few hours ago. But anyways, that's why I like Denver. What do you think? Do you have any thoughts on this game?
I so with the Lions, because I do like Sean Payton. I like Denver. The Lions at home are a little bit of a different animal to me. But you're right. They have gone since starting the season, uh, 3, 4, 5. Since starting the season, 5-1. They lost 38-6 to the Ravens, 5-2. Beat the Raiders, 6-2. Beat the Chargers on a last-second field goal,
Mhm.
so they're now 7-2. 8-2 beat the Bears at home. Lost to the Packers at home. Barely beat the Saints. Got thumped by the Bears last week.
So
They got thumped by the Bears.
they got thumped by the Bears. And what's interesting is they got thumped because they first of all, they can't rush the passer anymore. Hutchinson has not really looked that great. He's not getting much pressure. He's
Yeah.
not getting any sacks. They can't rush the passer. They gave up so many rushing yards to Justin Fields. By no stretch is Russell Wilson as elusive and as good a runner as Justin Fields. But Russell Wilson will run on you. He'll pick up some yards with his feet. He has no problem with that. And so if you can't get if the Cowboys are playing Denver, they are pressuring Russell Wilson and he's going to make mistakes. I don't think Detroit can pressure Russell Wilson at all.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
I
do
heard
like this game.
I heard a crazy stat too. I don't have the exact number, but if you like since Miami scored 70 on Denver, Denver's defense has been pretty damn stout.
I'm telling you, there's something about Sean Payton. It took him 3 or 4 weeks or whatever,
Yeah. They
but
got rid
he
of a bunch of
figured out
guys.
how to coach his team.
They cut some guys. They traded some guys, and now they're rolling. So
Yeah, like Russell. I'm I'm still on the side that Russell Wilson is not good, but Sean Payton knows how to make him look
right.
like a starter.
Yeah, I agree. So you put it on the side?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Is it your? This is your. That's your favorite of the Saturday games?
That's my number one favorite. I like that way more than Cincinnati.
Okay.
Okay, next game. This is Sunday. Atlanta -3 at Carolina. I have this game circled.
As do I.
What do you have?
Atlanta.
I also have Atlanta.
How about that?
Yeah. You know what? We'll go ahead and put it on the board.
I mean, Carolina's just so bad. They
This
got
is
thumped by the Saints last week, and the Saints are garbage.
this is this
Granted, that game had some turnovers to get there and like a block kick for a touchdown or punt or something, but
yeah.
the Panthers are just bad.
The Panthers, I think this is a play. This is just solely a play against Carolina. I just don't think they have a whole lot going for them. Atlanta's finally starting to give Bijan the ball a whole bunch, which they've been should
Mm-hmm.
probably been doing since the beginning of the year. Bijan's really damn good, and so they're
Oh
giving
my
him the
god.
ball. I mean, he's better than Algier. He's better than all those boys they have running the ball. I like
Yeah,
this game
I'm
a
with
lot.
it. On the board.
On the board, Atlanta -3. Let's ride. Next game, Chicago Bears +3.5 at Cleveland Browns. I do not have this game circled.
So I do.
Okay, who do you have?
So one, I think the Browns with Flacco are a better offense,
I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
better than Deshaun Watson is what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally
He,
agree with that.
however, lost their second starting O lineman last week, lost a safety, a corner,
They're beat up.
and they're beat up. And I think the Bears have they're competitive enough against. I think this is a game if we want to be contrarian. I think the Browns would probably be a heavy pick,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it should be that. I think this game is going to be close,
I gotta tell you, I didn't have it circled, but I was leaning Chicago. I
and I think like if the Browns are going to win, they're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
yeah, and
Bears are, I think, might be the number one run defense.
the Bears defense, I think they made a couple of trades. They traded for that dude, the defensive lineman from Washington.
Mhm.
Their defenses look good. And again, I think getting over 3.5, getting over 3, getting that extra half point there, that's big. We
It's
talked
big.
last week about Cleveland. Cleveland's defense at home is so much better than there was like a weird bubble. What is going on here? What? Oh, I don't
Detroit.
Cleveland. How weird is that? Anyways, golly. Um, we talked about how Cleveland's defense is a totally different animal at home than on the road. But you know what? Last week we were the beneficiary. Cleveland should not have covered last week. Well, they should have covered the whole game, but we got lucky that when we did cover, right? I
Mhm.
and Chicago's hot. Chicago's coming in with a lot of confidence. I don't hate Chicago at all here.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's banged up. I don't think the defense is the because of these injuries. I was just looking at it. Starting safety, starting D lineman out, starting left tackle out.
I'm fine
Uh,
putting it on the board.
are you?
I'm fine putting it on the board.
I really like it.
Okay, let's put it
And
on the board.
Jerome Ford's banged up.
It's on there, baby.
I like it. I like it
Shy
as
plus
much as
three and
I
a
hate
half.
Justin Fields and the Bears.
I know, but I know.
Line's now 3
Okay. Wow, that dropped a lot. Then half a
quickly.
point in 12 hours, 6 hours is pretty impressive. All right, we're locked in there.
Okay,
Next
love
game,
it.
Tampa Bay plus 3.5 at Green Bay Packers. Again, this is a game I don't have really much thoughts on here.
Yeah, me neither.
Green
Both
Bay
these
just
teams
lost
are
a tough
hard.
one. Green Bay just lost a tough game on the road. I mean, a ridiculous game against
The
the
Giants.
Giants. But Tampa Bay and Baker up in who knows what the weather's going to be. I don't really have a good feeling for this.
Yeah, I'm really happy moving past this game.
Next game, Houston plus 2.5 at Tennessee Titans. I have this game dotted.
I have no preference on this game. Tell me what you got.
I like Tennessee here. I think Will Levis is coming up a little bit. I think they had that miracle come from behind win on Monday night. So it's a little bit of a short. So obviously it's a short week for them, but I think Levis has a little bit of confidence now going now. Houston is just so beat up, man. I think Houston is a damn fun team to watch, and they've been way better than I think most people have given them credit for or thought they were going to be this year. But they're obviously without Tank Dell. They're obviously without their other wide receiver that left or in the middle of the game last week. He's out now.
Um,
You know what I'm talking about. We'll put it down
yes.
on the board. I want to say Dylan, but that's not right. Uh, I don't know if the quarterback's going to play. Is CJ Stroud going to play? He's a little beat up. So
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Again, another reason, dome team going where there could be a little bit of weather potentially. I have Tennessee minus 2.5 here. If this was 3, I wouldn't like it at all. But 2.5, I don't necessarily hate it. Like I
I
said,
I
I've got it circled.
I like it. It's not
Well, let's put it on the side then.
okay.
And I don't mean to rush here, but I just looked at this battery, 6% battery.
Okay, let's keep rocking. Giants,
At
Saints.
Giants plus 6 at the Saints. I don't have anything on this game.
Great.
Tommy
Jets,
DeVito,
Dolphins.
Yeah,
No.
Jets, Dolphins. No, seriously though. Jets, Dolphins, I don't have anything on this game.
Me
I mean, I'm
neither.
not saying I don't have anything.
I,
I like the fighting Zach Wilsons. Not
believe
not
it or not,
this. Do you like the fighting Zach
I
Wilson?
have the Jets.
Do you have them circled?
I do.
No way.
But it's another. I put this in the category of my Cleveland Chicago pick. It's just my contrarian pick
Yeah,
because I think their defense is a little banged up, and I think the Jets can get to Tua. I think their defensive line can get to him,
the Jets have not
but it's
looked.
not my favorite game of the week by any means.
No, I'm with you. I 8.5 is a bunch of points. We've been talking about this. We've been on this for a few weeks now, over a month. I think. I think Miami's off. Everybody's
Oh,
hyping up Miami's offense. Bubbles.
yeah, it just went away. Oh,
What?
Bubbles.
What's happening? Miami's offense. Offense.
Miami's offense.
Miami's offense. The Miami Dolphins offense. Fuck,
Let me
who
tell
the
you about Miami's offense. Why is it always your screen and not mine?
Wait, does this mean we're getting the random bubble thumb up when we say the Miami offense?
Does the Miami offense,
I'm scared now.
with a injured Tyreek Hill, I don't think they're the same. I think the Jets defense can get to them, and I think their defense is showing its weaknesses a little bit.
And the more Miami puts their crazy offense on tape, the more the league is starting to figure it out. And this is kind of a weird letdown, like a weird trappy game for them, even though they're coming off that ridiculous loss. But they got the Cowboys on deck, and I understand that this is a division game, and this means a lot to them, and way more than the Cowboys game. But you got to think they're looking ahead to the Cowboys a little bit. I don't
Yeah,
hate.
let's
I
come
don't
back to
hate.
this one.
Yeah, let's get. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna put. Hold on. Oh, I lost my pen. All right, remember the Jets.
Hmm.
All right, next game, San Francisco at Arizona. I've got nothing. I don't have this game circled or anything.
Me neither.
Next
I
game.
want to bet the Cardinals, honestly, but I don't.
I don't think we can. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Uh, Next game, Washington at the Los Angeles Rams. I got this game a little circled, a little
So do
dotted.
I.
I got the Los Angeles Rams. Do you?
You bet. Yep.
Okay.
I think Washington is packing it in.
I think Washington's pack could get into, and the Washington's defense gives up more yards per pass than any team in the NFL. They've given up more passing touchdowns than any team in the NFL. And who likes to sling it around more than Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, you and I are on the exact same page. I think McVay wins this game by 2-3 touchdowns.
Okay, well, we're going to lock that in then, the Rams.
Lock it in.
The next game, Cowboys +2 at Buffalo. We're going to save to the very end.
Yep.
Buffalo, what? Baltimore -3 at Jacksonville. I got nothing.
I got nothing. I don't want to bet that game.
Kansas City at New England +8. I don't have this game, but I think I'm going to personally be betting New England because something's wrong with Kansas City.
Well,
But at the same time, I'm
I think
arguing with
something's
myself
very
here.
wrong with both teams.
Yeah, I agree with that. Buffalo Bill's out. Bill Belichick's out. Here's my question, and I think I want to see. We're going to be a week too late on this, I think. But now that I think about it a little bit more, I could see, even though they were completely wrong for getting so upset at the referees, he was clearly offsides.
It was
That's a
the
zero
dumbest,
doubt.
most popular ref call ever. Like the ref was correct.
The ref was 100% correct, but it's this type of shit that can galvanize a locker room. We're 2 weeks in a row. The refs are out to get us. Fuck this. So maybe they find something. I don't know, but I want it's a stay away game for me.
Yeah, and you and I, our leans are opposite sides. So
because you're on Kansas City.
If I was gonna bet it, yeah.
Yeah. And then Philadelphia. And this is a Monday night game, so we typically stay away from these. But remember that stat.
However,
I, so the stat, the Cowboy teams after they play the Cowboys, a week after playing the Cowboys, teams are 1-11 against the spread. That to me is a shocking stat, which means this would be a lean on Seattle.
I'm with it if we want to do it. How many games do we have locked in right now?
Dude, we've
We
got
have the
we
Rams,
have we have Atlanta,
the
Chicago, the Rams. We got Atlanta, Chicago, Rams, and then we've got a bunch that we really like, and we haven't talked Cowboys yet. Oh my
where
gosh,
do you rank this?
I don't
Oh,
have
are
it
you
for.
about? Is it about to die?
I got three. We got 3%.
Okay,
Let's go real
I
quick.
like it.
Let's go real quick. Let's go. Okay, sorry.
I would like to bet on the Cowboys this week.
I think the Cowboys are gonna fucking roll again.
I do
So
too.
we're locked in on the Cowboys.
There's 4.
So there's 4. Okay. I really like Denver plus 4.5. We both like Tennessee minus 2.5. We both really like the Jets plus 8.5. We can only pick one. Unless we like one of those better than Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, or the Rams. And I love those 4 games.
I love those 4 games.
All right, so Denver plus 4.5. Denver plus 4.5. Tennessee minus 2.5. I'm fine. I mean, and then Eagles or Seattle plus 3.5 and Kansas. We got 4 games for one spot.
4 games: Broncos, um,
Tennessee,
Titans,
Seattle,
Jets,
and Jets.
Seattle.
4
Okay.
games. All right. Are
I would like.
any of these? Can we eliminate any of these because of the half point?
Um,
Seattle's 3.5. Jets are 8.5. Tennessee is 2.5. Rams are 6.5. So no. Unless we want to get rid of Atlanta, which is just the only other game that we have that is a half line, or that's a full point, a full line.
okay. The Jets are now 9.5.
Up from 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a
maybe we
lot of
just
movement. I think
that's a
we
lot of
nix it.
movement. Yeah, okay, so let's nix that one. So now we got 3 spots. 3 games, sorry. 1 spot, 3 games. Seattle plus 3.5. Dude, okay, here's the thing. I think we
Seattle's
get
now
rid of
3.
Seattle. I think we get rid of Seattle.
Okay.
And here's
Too
why.
much indecision at this point. Gino
No,
might not, or might be hurt.
well, that's the thing, right? We haven't picked a Monday night game since like week 2 or 3 because we got burned on injuries. And here we are at 10 o'clock on a Thursday trying to figure out what's going to happen on Monday at 7 o'clock.
Kill it.
Okay, so now we've got Denver 4.5 and Tennessee 2.5. So Denver plus 4.5 at Detroit. Tennessee minus 2.5 at home against Houston.
I think I like Tennessee better.
You like Tennessee
But
better
but
than
I like both games. The only reason I'm saying Tennessee is because it's now 3.
what's
Sorry,
Denver?
that has been bet down.
No, it's 2.5. So it's been bet up.
Okay.
We're
And then
getting
Denver, I'm still seeing Denver at -4. Oh my gosh, the Raiders are up 63-7.
oh my god, that's
Staley
awesome.
won't make it to the 4th quarter before he gets fired.
He's going straight to the craps table, baby. All right, so I gotta remember to charge this fucking computer next time. All right, so you like Tennessee minus 2.5.
I like
At
both games. The only reason I'm choosing to say Tennessee is because of the line movement. If there's these are both your games. If there's one that you like better, I'm all in.
but wait, didn't you say Denver's at 4 now?
4.5.
It's still 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick question. If we know for a fact 100% Stroud is going to play, does that change anything for you? I don't think it for me. It doesn't. Honestly, I'm just answering my own question. It doesn't for me because they don't have anybody to throw the ball to.
Yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot, and I think they're deep. They're I think Houston's banged up and kind of they've hit their wall. They've had a hell of a season for what they
I
expected.
Tennessee 2.5. Let's do it. And
Done.
I am hammer cocking the Denver Broncos on Saturday night during hibachi.
Do you love Denver? Okay, yes, let's roll with it. Done.
No, we're rolling. Plus, we can't watch Denver on it. We can't watch it anyways because we'll be hibachied up tomorrow night,
Yeah,
Saturday night.
fair.
All right, 1%. This is awesome.
How about that timing? And we'll see you.
Hey, thank. Oh,
Miami's
episode
offense.
what?
Miami's offense.
Miami's offense. All right, bye.